Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a good day. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. I was inspired by Alexis Schuster and Martha from Martha Life Notes to do a video where I go through basically my monthly goals, my monthly wax stash, what I'm possibly going to buy, obviously the financial aspect of it, of what I'm going to probably allow myself to spend. And I hope that I can have you guys take me accountable on this also. This video is going to be a little bit longer this month than it might be in future months because I am going to go through my entire spreadsheet that I had created and go through my monthly ends. And also I am going to be discussing some current openings that are going to be happening in April and what I am buying. So let's get started. We'll start with my spreadsheet. So according to the spreadsheet, I have 1,230 pieces of wax, which is a lot. There's no reason for me to have that much wax. When I get into this, you'll see most of it is Scentsy wax. But I also have it as one sample is a piece of wax, one tub is a piece of wax, one loaf is a piece of wax, and it's not in weight or ounces. Stephanie from Steph Loves Life, she has a spreadsheet that I think is actually really cool. I'm sure the rest of them do too, where it actually says how much they have, and it also says how long it would take them to get through it. So like she has one where it tells her how many days or how many years it will take her to melt through her stash, which I think is really cool. I am not that smart when it comes to math or spreadsheets, so this is just a basic one. I barely started this spreadsheet in March, so it's only about a month old. So I have it where it says monthly ins and monthly outs, ins and outs. Ins and outs. So in March, obviously I didn't go through my wax to know how much I emptied and how much I brought in. So it only has about a week or two's worth, which I brought in 7 pieces of wax, and I ended the month with 28 pieces of wax out. So far in April, I did get the Second and Spruce, the One collection pre-order, which was huge. I did get some Scentsy bars off of Macari, so that was quite a bit. And then I've brought in some Sassy Girl Aroma. I brought in a little bit of Rose Girls, and some L3, and a few other miscellaneous thingies. But I brought in so far 130 pieces of wax. Again, that is samples, that is tubs, that is loaves, that is melt cups, mini melters, all that stuff. And so far, obviously some of this was in March too. So far in April, I just did an empties video and I went through 38 pieces of wax in about a week. Which I think is very good. 38 pieces of wax a week. Most of them were partials or almost gone. But if I can keep that up, obviously, that's a good thing. So we'll get into my individual vendors. So in that 1,230 pieces of wax, it is spread between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19-ish vendors that have their own section. I also do have a miscellaneous section. I borrowed the template for this spreadsheet from Alexis in one of her videos that she did a couple years ago. So thank you, Alexis, for that if you're watching. So to get started with Britta's Creepy Treasures, I do have an order of her on the way. She did a pre-order in March, and also an RTS, and Mornings at Camp Crystal Lake was in that RTS, so I decided to get more. Currently, I only have 4 pieces of her wax. Dessa's homespun scents, I only have 9 pieces of her wax. She has a pre-order on the 18th. I've looked at the list. I do want to go in on it, but I am not sure how that will go. If I do go in, it will probably only be about $40 to $50 worth. Because I'm wanting to buy more from a couple other vendors, and I know that that is going to be a little bit expensive. Glitter Roddy, she had a pre-order on April 1st. And I did go in that. I said I wasn't going to, but I did. I didn't go that big on it. I have 19 pieces of her wax. Most of that is snap bars, so that will be really easy to go through. Kay's, I have 34. I'm not tempted right now to buy from Kay's. Her wax is good, but since she is always open and I can place an order at any time, I am not in no rush. Noel's Farm Scents, I only have 4 pieces of his wax. He has a pre-order on April 10th, and I am going to go on there and get some of the pre-order. One of the items he has is what he calls Sandy Cheeks, which is commodity milk, beach evenings, which is his beach nights type, and sugar cookie royale. That is very good. Another one he has in this is called Midnight Rain, which I believe is a Taylor Swift reference. And if it's Taylor Swift referenced, I need to get it because she is my absolute favorite artist. Moving on, L3, I have 25 pieces of L3 wax, which is not that much. But again, like I said with Kay's, that she is always open. She always does RTS restocks. So I don't know. I'm not tempted really to buy her wax. Rocky Top Waxworks, I got 15 pieces of her wax. I do have an open box order from March that is on the way, and I will be sharing that haul here. But again, I am not tempted really to buy from Rocky Top at this moment. Her wax is good, it's amazing, but I do not really like how she does her business. I know she's really limited on space, but I don't like how it's just every day there's 1 or 2 things added. But I do like with that is that she does do the open box, so I can combine orders and then get it all at once. Lavender and Speckles, I have 42 pieces of her wax. Of Beth and Matt's wax, which is quite a bit, but also her wax needs to cure it a lot, in my opinion, to make it stronger. Besides, unless it's a souffle or a tub or her softer wax. I do have a Gilmore Girls pre-order coming from her, so that will be increased. And then I also do have the March made to order, which I did place. I bought a couple, like 5 things from, so that will be on the way too. Rose Girls, I have 52 pieces of Rose Girls wax, which I really need to get some warming. Her wax is good also. It does not last as long as, it does not last as long compared to some other vendors. I don't only get about a day's worth of her wax. But she has amazing fruity blends. So that is what most of my collection is her fruity blends. So I will obviously be melting those over the next couple of months and bring that stash down of hers. And then I will think about buying more of hers. That Smell Good shop, I have 17 pieces of wax of hers. Wendy owns that business. She is always open. I am tempted to place more from her, but I'm also scared. Her shipping is amazingly cheap. I think she's in Florida, and it's like $5 to ship all the way to me in California. So it is very, very cheap. And her wax, again, is also cheap. Um, but I do want to test her business a little bit more in my open concept and my bathrooms and a couple other bedrooms. Scentsy, like I said, is my biggest. I have 696 Scentsy products. Uh, most of that is wax bars. Uh, I think I have about 23 bricks. Um, but Scentsy is very easy to go through. I can go through a bar in my room. I can go through 2 or 3 bars in my living room if I really wanted to. Open concept. Uh, I am not tempted right now to buy from Scentsy. I am not a big fan of the floral. I've already told myself I am not to buy Scentsy unless Looney Tunes would come up in the clearance or come back to the catalog somehow or in a LTO limited time offer. Second in Spruce, I have 68 items. Most of that is brand new. It is from the one collection. She is going to be doing an RTS restock in August sometime. But I have not seen any updates on when that will be. There is a few I want to get more of. I want to get some more of the Midnight Timber, and I want to get some more of the Smelly Cat Encore. And there was like 1 or 2 that I wanted to get some more of. I don't remember right now. But Second in Spruce's wax is very, very good. And again, she has very limited openings throughout the year. Sassy Girl Aroma. This is my second biggest wax collection, my biggest vendor wax collection. I have 163 pieces of Sassy Girl Aroma wax. Her stuff is strong. It's amazing. It lasts. But I have so much of it. I need to start keeping my orders smaller. So I am going to be trying to place an order. She has an pre-order, unless it gets changed. She has a pre-order April 10th. And I'm thinking about placing like a $30 to $40 order. I do also have some pre-orders on the way from her. And I do have a custom loaf that I need to create with her. Scoopable / macaroon wax melts. I have 43 pieces of her wax. She is the mom of Jenny from Rose Girls. She is retired. I have 43 pieces of her wax. It will probably not increase. It will just keep decreasing until it's completely gone, unless I buy some from D-Stashes. Super Tarts, I have 6 pieces of wax, which is very not that much, so it should go by pretty fast. Most of the stuff I have is spring and summer. I think all of it is spring and summer blends from her. She's doing RTS restocks. I probably will not be tempted to go to her stuff. Probably just because of her shipping. I'm not sure if it gets better or not, but her shipping for this RTS that I got was over a month. But we will see. I liked her. I did Jaws the other day, and I really liked that one. Harper James, I have 4 pieces of wax from. I am a little scared of her wax and how long it lasts. It doesn't seem like it is very strong, so I don't know what the shelf life of that is. So we will see. Swanky, I got 2 pieces of wax. I have a sample, and then I have a mini loaf that I got from Nicole. She's in the wax groups. And then Junkie Monkey, I got 15 pieces of wax. I'm not sure, obviously, I don't understand the pre-order kind of stuff, so I am not really going to be buying much of. Teddy Bees, I have 10 pieces of wax. I do have a pre-order from January of hers on the way, which is very small. I'm scared of Teddy Bees because her stuff seems very light, which I'm hearing a lot of people saying, but I will test it a little bit better and more. And then Misk, I have 6 pieces of wax. That is just vendors that I don't have enough. I think I'm kind of putting it as I have to have 5 or more of an item to have enough for their own section of the spreadsheet. Another vendor that I do want to purchase from this month that I do not have, well, I have 2 pieces of her wax, but I have not tried it. It was gifted from charity, is I Heart Wax. She just had a major surgery on her spine, and she has an opening on April 13th. So I will try to place probably a $30 to $40 order on her to try some more of her wax. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Also, let me know if you guys would like me to talk about this once a month. I know it's an addiction that needs to, will continue happening. I probably will break the low buy, knowing myself. But I need to keep it up and try not to. Until I get really, really low in my wax collection. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.